Cristiano Ronaldo's story is known across the world. The poor boy from Madeira, who became one of the greatest footballers of all time. But what the world doesn't know is what lived in his house long before the trophies and fame. He grew up in a small, time-worn house on a hillside in Madeira. Its wooden floors groaned with every step, and the salty sea wind often howled through broken window panes. From the outside, it looked like any old house. But for young Cristiano, it felt different, like something was always watching. As a child, he would hear things, not loud, but enough to make the hair on his arms stand. Whispers in the dark, footsteps in the attic when no one else was home. The mirrors would fog up on cold days, even when the bathroom hadn't been used. Sometimes, his football would roll on its own across the wooden floor. Slow, deliberate. One night, after missing a major youth selection, he sat alone in his dimly lit room, holding his torn cleats. Frustrated, hopeless, and near tears, he looked up and froze. In the corner of the room stood a tall shadow. It didn't move, didn't breathe. It was like a silhouette carved out of the darkness itself. Two glowing white eyes stared at him, unblinking. Ronaldo couldn't scream, couldn't move. But the voice came, not from the figure's mouth, but inside his own head. You have fire, but fire dies without fear. And just like that, the shadow vanished. The next morning, something had changed. He played differently, faster, sharper. There was a rhythm in his feet, a fire in his chest. It wasn't luck. It was something else. Like the fear had triggered a hidden part of him. From then on, the shadow would return, but only when he was on the verge of breaking. It stood silently during his hardest trainings. He sensed it before crucial matches. On nights when he felt too weak to continue, it appeared behind the goalpost, watching, silent, present. He never told anyone, not his mother, not his teammates. He feared being called crazy. But he knew he wasn't alone. He wasn't cursed. He wasn't blessed. He was chosen. Years later, after earning global fame, Ronaldo secretly bought back his childhood home. People assumed it was sentiment. In truth, he wanted answers. He returned one foggy night, alone, no cameras, no staff. The house was just as he remembered. Dusty, cold, still. He searched the attic and pried open loose floorboards, revealing an old, rusted chest. Inside was a journal, dated 1829, written by a monk named Damiao. The pages were brittle, but the message was chillingly clear. A being from between worlds haunts this ground. Not demon, not angel. It chooses one soul. It feeds not on sacrifice, but on will. If the child resists the easy path and embraces the pain, the guardian will remain. If he begs for power, the fire dies. As Ronaldo closed the journal, he saw something in the dusty mirror across the attic. A shadow behind him. Silent, still. This time, the figure didn't stare. It bowed its head and vanished. He never saw it again. Today, when asked about his unmatched drive, Ronaldo simply says, "I learned early that fear doesn't stop you. It sharpens you." People call it mindset, focus, obsession.